Hello and welcome to this video. Today we're doing Euro Truck Simulator, and I am on the way from London to Swansea. Now for this video I'm going to discuss a little bit of a bugbear with PC gaming that I do usually see on many of the discussion videos and stuff like that. And basically, it's down to the fact that some people don't really understand the reasons why a lot of gamers choose to game on PCs. Now, one of the major advantages of PC gaming is the fact that you can basically build your own custom system. Now, for me, I have built this system up from scratch, and I've spent quite a pretty penny building it. Actually, I've lost count how much money I've spent on this system, really, and it is really a more or less an ongoing process. Now, through the eyes of many of the people who do gaming and the people who use many different systems, that may be a bit of a hard thing to stomach, especially when you're talking in the realms of a few £100 here, a few £100 there, and it can be a real eye-opener when you come to look at the basic bank balance and you basically work out that you have spent a pretty little penny doing the system, and all you're really doing is a gaming system. Now, even though that can be true, and you can more or less shop around for the systems, especially when you're building the system from scratch like I did, it's important to really do your research and to work out what games you're playing, what sort of stuff you're using for your system, what basically you're using your system for. Because if you're just gonna do typing and gonna do a few spreadsheets and gonna do a few things like that, then you don't really need to spend any more than possibly about £300 on a system, and that will more or less do what you need it to do. If you do want to spend an extra bit of money because you also like gaming on the afternoons or like to explore more advanced things like video editing and stuff like that, then you do really need to shop around, and you do really need to think of what sort of system, what sort of stuff you're using the system for. Now, for me, it was really a no-brainer. Really, it was more of gaming and a bit of and video editing and more or less all of that. Now, now for gaming, there's a lot of different systems, a lot of different system configurations. Sorry, that you can basically do. Now, as you get into the system, as you get into different sorts of gaming and different sorts of stuff that you can do with the system, then you start to say, well, I want to get an extra graphics card, or I want to get a better processor, or I want to get more RAM. Now, I'm currently running 16 gig of RAM on my system, DDR3 RAM. Now, they are dual channel RAM sticks. Now it's only two 8 gig RAM sticks that I've got in this system. Now that more or less allows me to do most of the stuff that I use the system for. Yes, I could possibly run extra RAM on this because I can boot up to 64 gig of RAM, and more or less happy with that. Now 64 gig for what I'm using it for is a bit over the top, really. So really it's more down to cost more than anything. Now I have had to get another processor in, and had to upgrade the processor, had to upgrade the motherboard, and that set me back a pretty little penny. Yeah, so anyway, so it all depends on your system. Now, people who say for the fact of, oh, well, you should try an AMD system, you should get an AMD, or you should get an Intel processor for your gaming. I personally think get whatever you want to get on your system. Now, for the fact of the AMD, there's a lot of really cool looking CPUs out there. Like I'm currently running an 8370 FX processor, which is a 6-core processor, so that allows me to multitask, it allows me to run games, it allows me to edit the videos within a reasonable time, and basically allows me to do all the advanced stuff that I need to do. Now, most of that power comes through not just the CPU, but also the RAM. Now, if you have a fast RAM but don't have a fast enough processor, you get bottlenecked, which basically means you are trying to run too much data through your connections than the system can handle, and the same goes vice versa for your RAM and your processor. So it goes either way. If you haven't got fast enough RAM, you get bottlenecks. If you haven't got a fast enough processor, you get bottlenecks. Or if you haven't got a fast enough RAM or processor, you get major bottlenecks. The same goes for graphics cards. Now, it's a bit different with graphics cards because basically, especially through gaming, there is a lot of data running through your GPU to your CPU to your RAM, and it all has to run in tangent with one another. Now that's where you get bottlenecks in the system, and you get frame rate degradation, you get glitching, you get crashes, you can get a whole lot of problems, especially when you're doing major data transfers from one part of your components to another. It's all very complicated, but basically it all runs in the fact that you've got to have the speed and you've got to have the power to run the systems that you're running. Now, with the new Vulkan and the new DirectX 12, it should alleviate some of the problems, but you need whatever you're running on your system to accept that that new API sort of system. Basically, you need it all to be compatible with one another. Now, there isn't a lot of Vulkan or DirectX 12 games or even programs out there yet, but that should more or less be that should more or less be solved as time goes on. Now, the more and more systems that come on, the more and more games that come on, the more and more software that comes on, then you will see quite a bit of advantages of running compatible systems on it. Now, I know many of you are probably lost at the moment with what the hell I'm talking about, but basically it all solves down to the difference between bottlenecking and not bottlenecking, with the fact of how your system manages the resources that you have, how the software enables to run on your system with the resources that it's got. Now, for major systems, for people who have got the highest grade stuff, it doesn't really, you won't really see that much of an advantage with it. You'll probably see a little bit of a marginal advantage to it, but it's for people who really don't have the systems there to be able to run the stuff, but also you have to have the compatible hardware to run those Vulkan and DirectX 12 systems. Now, that's the reason why I have gone with an AMD system, because basically I am sitting here at the moment with compatible hardware and some compatible software, but not all systems, that basically when it all kicks off, then I can run the system how I want it to run. Now, for more information on this, I suggest really you look at the links below this video for that. But yeah, anyway, that's the discussion for the meantime. I want to know what your sort of what your views on this discussion is, and basically just I want to start up a talk with this bugbear, and if you are a console gamer, I'd like to hear more on the facts of why you think console gaming is for you, and for PC gamers, I'd like to know what your advantages are for PC gaming, what you see the advantages. But for me personally, it's the upgradability. It's the knowledge that in any time that I can upgrade this system, and you can build a custom system if you so wish. I've chose to do a custom system. Not all people want to do a custom system, especially because of the mass amount of money that you can spend on it. I mean, you can get totally carried away in it. But anyway, that's for another discussion. That's for another video. Carrying on with this discussion. Right. So anyway, Thank you for watching, and I'd like to end this video by saying please do like and subscribe. If you enjoyed this, please do like. If you think this video is not for you, I'd like to know. Please do, dislike. If you dislike this video, please do dislike. If you like the video, please do like. Please do comment below on your personal opinions on what have been arranged in this video. And furthermore, thank you for watching. Thank you. Bye for now. Bye.